Hey everybody, Dieter Kurtenbach here in Seattle. My girlfriend's parents' basement. Have an extra beer for me this Thanksgiving. Let's talk about the week that was for the Golden State Warriors. If you can stand it, if you can bear it. I know Halloween happened, but this was a pretty scary week for Golden State. It was bad. It was all sorts of bad. Let's start Thursday, game against the Houston Rockets, where it looked like the Warriors had never played offense before. And they just got their butts absolutely kicked up and down the court by a Houston Rockets team that was looking for revenge. Not sure that a November game against a Steph Curry-less Golden State Warriors team is going to make up for the fact that they missed 27 straight threes in Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals and missed a chance at winning a championship, but whatever gets them out of bed in the morning, More power to them. Warriors get absolutely destroyed by the Rockets on national TV, and some of the questions that we were asking going into that game got a little bit louder. Saturday, they go toe-to-toe with an interesting Dallas Mavericks team. I like what they're doing in Dallas. Luka Doncic is a stud. I really enjoy the way that they're playing. I think that they are a team to look out for, not just this year. If they can make a trade, they can get into the thick of things. Maybe they're a little bit short, but down the line, that is a team to beware in the Western Conference. Doncic has everything you're looking for in a superstar. I'm really excited to see how that develops. The Warriors could not take advantage of him when he was just a rookie and a young pup. Doncic finishes down the stretch. The Warriors did not, and it all kind of ties back into the theme that we'll get to here in a second. Sunday, a chance for the Warriors to redeem themselves. They fall behind early. They kind of crawl back. Some pretty solid play from Quinn Cook gets them back into the game. Takes an 18-point deficit, turns it down to 1, but the Warriors gave San Antonio about 30 chances to win the game, and eventually they took it. Spurs win on Sunday, and that was the week that was for the Warriors. It was terrible, and the main theme of the week was, well, Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson not getting the job done. No Stephen Curry, no Draymond Green for the last two games. That toe injury acted up in Houston. He did not play in either Dallas or San Antonio, but you still have two of the best players in the NBA. You still have two All-Stars on your team. You would expect a win, just one, out of that. And the Warriors really, they came close on Saturday. I would not argue that Sunday's game was all that close if we're really looking at it. The superstars didn't get the job done. Kevin Durant, way too many isolation shots, and a lot of this falls on Steve Kerr, so don't exclude him from the blame. But so many post-ups that turn into turnaround jumpers. He's just not being efficient on the offensive end right now, and you have to wonder how much of Monday's scuffle against the Los Angeles Clippers played into his head, and if he's trying to do too much at this time, or if it's even reasonable to expect him to do any more than he's doing at the moment. I will say this, efficiency is the name of the game in 2018, and Kevin Durant is not being that. This kind of basketball could work 5 years ago, 10 years ago for sure. It does not work now. The entire NBA has changed way too much. You cannot go out and shoot 40% and expect to be given a pat on the back. It's not about 40 points. It's about getting 40 points and doing it in an efficient manner. Kevin Durant is getting the points, and sometimes he's not even getting the points, and he's not doing it in an effective manner. Klay Thompson not getting the job done either. I will never say a bad thing about Klay Thompson's defense. He does not get the credit that he deserves on the defensive end of the court, and he has been playing solid defense during this Texas three-step that went about as poorly as me doing a Texas three-step. No rhythm, no verve, missing spots, just really, really ugly stuff. I will not say anything bad about his defense, but I will say something about his offense. Outside of that one game he had against Chicago, where he made 14 three-pointers on 24 attempts against a semi-pro level Chicago Bulls team, Klay is shooting 26% from beyond the arc this season. This is the second greatest three-point shooter of all time, arguably. And he's shooting 26% from beyond the arc, and we are coming up on the quarter mark of the season. That's beyond not getting the job done. That is a real point of concern for the Golden State Warriors. Klay's inscrutable. You're never going to figure out what's wrong with him. He will try to shoot his way out of whatever is going on. But Klay Thompson simply has to be better on the offensive end. It is so painfully obvious that Stephen Curry is not with this team right now. He is the guy who can shoot from 45 feet out. He is the guy who can finish at the rim with LeBron James. He is the guy who requires 5 defenders to stop him, and his gravity cannot be replaced. And a lot of what the Warriors are doing now is just trying to get by, and it's not good enough, not in this modern NBA, and not when you have your stars playing like this, and not when you have a roster around them that, frankly, isn't good enough. You have 3 centers. Jordan Bell's not even really playing. You have Kevon Looney, who is rock solid, but not much of an offensive weapon. And then you have Damian Jones, the project that you've been working on for a while, and he's been playing fine, but he cannot be the defensive fulcrum of this team. And it's on defense that you really, obviously, are missing Draymond Green. It is just so obvious how important he is now that he is out. All the missed rotations, all of the back-cutting stuff that he would usually call out, protecting the rim while also blocking beyond the three-point line. It is really hard to run the Warriors' defensive system, the super switching defensive system, when you don't have a guy who can switch 1 through 5, when you don't have a guy who can clean everything up. And that guy is Draymond Green. And with him out, the Warriors are getting cut up by 3-4 passes. And guys are getting to the rim with impunity. And Damian Jones is making some nice highlight-worthy plays, but it takes a lot more than that. It's the stuff that you don't really notice unless you watch the tape 2-3 times that Draymond Green does that really no one else can replicate. And it's just painful on both ends of the court right now for the Warriors. They don't even look like a playoff team without Stephen Curry and Draymond Green. Maybe they would be in the Western Conference. Maybe this is just a bad stretch that coincides with bad time. But, man, it is rough out there. It's tough sledding. And the thing is, it could get worse here going forward. Wednesday, they play the Oklahoma City Thunder. You always know Russell Westbrook wants to prove a point at Oracle Arena. Thanksgiving on Thursday. And then Friday, Damian Lillard, perhaps with a tummy full of a home-cooked meal. The Oakland boy coming back to Oracle Arena. They play on Friday. So it could get a lot worse. It could look a lot worse by the time the Warriors head into Saturday's game against the Sacramento Kings, who, by the way, are playing pretty good basketball themselves and could beat the Warriors if they don't have Steph Curry and Draymond Green back. We will see when those two guys do come back. In the meantime, rough sledding, but at least we get a nice meal out of all of this. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We will talk next week.